Hello everyone and welcome. This is Dubs the Duke, back with another episode of Darkest Dungeons. So, I'm continuing where I left off. We're about to do a medium mission in the Cove with this selected party. So we have a campfire, we have a single medicinal herb. Let's go ahead and spend some money to prepare ourselves. Lots of food, lots of shovels. We don't actually have that much money to prepare ourselves, so we will take less provisions than usual. This is going to be a relatively long-term mission because it's a medium mission, but we do have a healer, and we have quite a bit of damaging characters. We have a Hellion, we have a man at arms. What's it even called? I don't know, something like that. Armsman. But we have a couple of heavy damage, heavy tank characters up front, combined with our healer and our jester to both reduce some stress and buff everyone up, as well as doing some damage on his own. Now, the thing that's somewhat unfortunate, but also is somewhat fortunate, is the fact that he can dirk stab. So, as a matter of fact, I'm going to move him back here so that he can dirk stab. Yeah, so what he can do is, he can use the Battle Ballad or the Inspiring Tune at any time, and then he can dirk stab to move forward so that he can then harvest. Now, our goal is to explore 90% of rooms, which means that regardless of what happens, we're going to have to be doing some backtracking here. So we might as well just start going this way. Already we're getting stressed out. This one, I think holy water? What is this one? Medicinal herbs? I guess we can just use this, right? Oh right, that was the quirk removal. That's very nice that we removed a quirk. If we encounter that again, then we can remove known cheat or witness. Both of those are about equal, so I don't think it really matters which one of those we would remove. Let's see if there's a fight in here. There's not, so we can move forward. I might want to use a torch in a second. The pack does contain loot. We can drop this, but we can take everything else. We got some holy water, very nice. It looks like we are not going to encounter any fights in the hallway. We'll see if there's one in the room. There's not. So we'll take one last look at this next room and see if there's any fights on the way there. There's a sack, and there's a crate up there that I see. The crate should contain some stashed heirlooms, right? Yeah. There we go, with some gold. And there is indeed a fight, and quite a nasty one at that. And on top of that, we've gotten surprised in a really bad way. So we're going to go ahead and use Judgment on this guy in the back here. This is not great at all. The Man-at-Arms is basically in a useless position right now. We can use Dirk Stab here and take a stab at someone. I guess you. And that buffs up his finale. Unfortunately, we don't have finale on this jester, so I may stun our guy here, so that's not great either. We're going to use... We cannot use Iron Swan because we've got our party all switched up now. So we're going to use a Wicked Hack on... I guess this guy, maybe use If It Bleeds, though. 73, 80, Breakthrough? Let me see, what does Breakthrough do? It debuffs myself with minus 10% damage, but it does some stuff, so I think we're gonna go with this. Hopefully he bleeds. No, he did not. That guy was stunned, so they're going to use a brine and debuff us. Scurvy. Oh no. Minus 40% bleed and move resist. That really sucks. Alright, we need to try to judgment this guy as quick as we can so he dies. They're going to try to stun us again, and they're going to succeed in it. We're going to dirk stab this guy and miss, of course. Already things are looking bad for this entire round. We can command everyone, or we can just move up. Let's go ahead and command. Give everyone a buff. And that's it for this round. And the snail is going to use some brine and crit us. So, you know, I mean, this is looking really bad. This single fight has just, you know, destroyed us, basically. Our party is all out of disarray. They're shocking us. We can't kill them. Finally, we killed one of them. Our jester is stunned. We finally killed another one of them, so at least we've, you know, stopped a couple of them, and we can command even more. Continue commanding everyone. Extra accuracy, crit. They're bleeding us. We need to bleed them. They resisted. That's sort of expected. But we got the jellyfish down, so now we just have this guy. So we want to start healing up this guy. And you can continue buffing everyone up with accuracy. And you can use just a regular wicked hack to get this guy down. You can go ahead and heal her up. And you can take a stab at this guy. Buffing everyone's accuracy up. Everyone has a lot of accuracy right now. They also have a lot of knock dodge. 1 damage. And we can finish this off with a judgment. We can heal this first. We can finish it off with the Hellion. There we go. Okay. That fight was not great. Our health is looking fine. Our party order is looking okay. But what's not looking fine? First off, how much does this makes me full? Okay. What's not looking fine is our stress. Our stress is already really high, and we've literally just started this medium mission, so if there's a fight in here, that's pretty bad, and there is. So we're gonna... Fortunately, we didn't get surprised this time, so we're going to try to work our way and hopefully... And we do have all of the accuracy buffs from the last time, so we're going to use those to our advantage. They're doing a lot of damage, and they're focusing the stress as well on the Hellion, who is basically 1 or 2 moments away from losing it. They dodged, unfortunately, and they crit us, which increases our stress all over the place. And bleeds us. They're only going to use a stumbling scratch, so they're not going to bleed us, at least. We're going to use a bandage on him, because we need it. Finally, we can actually do something with our guy over here. Besides commanding everyone. so we can just use a crush on this guy. We're gonna pull our Jester forward, and he has Scurvy, so he can't resist that. Unfortunately, we dodged with our Vestal. Oh. We have very high chances to hit, so we'll go ahead and take a stab at this guy. We're going to bleed our Jester, because he has very low bleed resist. We're going to finish this guy off, and hopefully with our Vestal we can finish this person off. 92% chance, and it was successful. And now we can focus on some healing. They're going to bleed us again. I'm going to stun this guy, move forward at the same time. However, I don't know how that affects the Hellions' skills. You can go ahead and stab this guy.
Inspiration and improvement.
Well, we need to heal everyone. So, like, the only person who didn't need a heal was this person. So, I think a party heal was appropriate there. They're just bleeding us way too much though.
Well struck.
So we've got a repose step. And we've got a bleed on this guy. They've got a bleed on us though, so. Let's go ahead and do an individual heal on the Jester. Finish this guy off.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow
So
and
we can probably
insidious
just
killer.
get rid of these bandages. And we can get rid of this journal page. We can eat some food. And we'll continue around this way. If we have one more fight that sort of pushes us, like if we have one more bad fight, then I'm going to camp. It's honestly probably in our best interests to just go ahead and camp right away and not risk getting into another deadly fight, because that's fine, we can deal with that. Oh, we're already in trouble though, because we only have 8 food left, which means that if we camp, then we'll use all 8 food if we want to feast, and then we won't have any food, which would suck. So that means that we probably just want to have 4 food, 1 food each, when we do camp. So let's continue at least a couple more rooms, depending on whether or not we encounter a fight. We've got a shovel to use, that's fine, we brought clay.
Another misfortune.
And we have another hunger proc, which really sucks because that discourages me from... Oh man. I was just surprised. I should have lit the torches up. Let me just go ahead and do that.
The light, the promise of safety.
Actually, we got split up, but we're actually in a really good position right now as far as everyone's position. So we can play a little tune. Reduce this person's stress a little bit. And we can use judgment on this stress balloon in the back. The thing that sucks right now is the fact that the person in the back can cause stress, And if we don't kill them literally right now, then these guys would have protected him, and we wouldn't have been able to deal with it. Let's crush this guy, because he's doing a lot of damage to us. And they're gonna protect him, of course. And they're gonna bleed us. So we need to get this guy healed up. We can go ahead and take an attack on this guy. They're gonna all attack the man-at-arms, which is good, but we need to heal him up. I'm gonna continue stress healing.
A brilliant confluence of skill and purpose.
And heal up our man-at-arms since he's taking lots of damage right now. We want to kill this guy as soon as we can, but it doesn't seem like that's really something we can afford to worry about right now. Let's go ahead and rampart, or no, let's go ahead and use retribution so that we can mark ourselves and put the post up, and we have that extra. We didn't increase the bleed, but we can increase the heals. We can increase our speed and our accuracy, which is good. But I think continuing to reduce the stress is the best choice here. Because if we can use this battle to reduce stress, then we should be golden, actually. We're sort of having to take this as at a snail's pace, just because these guys have so much protection. But there's not really much I can do about this. Reduce this guy's stress a little too. Okay, we got one of them down. And now we can attack this guy, so. He's gonna attack us. But we're gonna attack him back as a result. And we can finish him off, hopefully. 80% chance. And it was good. We dodged again. So we're getting kind of late in the rounds. We're gonna continue healing stress with our Jester. We're going to continue healing with our Vestal. And we're going to continue attacking with our Hellion. And with our man-at-arms. He dodged. Very nice. And we can just... Let's do a rampart with some stun. That will allow us to use if it bleeds. Continue the stress heal, and we're looking great on the stress. We got a lot of stress in the first few rounds, but now our stress has been significantly reduced due to this fight being primarily physical. However, we're about to go up in stress because we're already on round 7, so our guys are going to start worrying about whether we're going to finish this fight or not. So we need to hurry up and kind of finish this, but he's taking so little damage that it's kind of difficult to do that. Come on, guys. Please hit him. Alright, you know what? We're even going to hit with the Jester. And we finally got him. So for this one, we can use the holy water here.
Triumphant pride precipitates
Oh, wait.
a dizzying fall.
Oh yeah, this removes a quirk, so we can remove that one. that allows us to continue moving forward. We can skip that room on the side there. We dodged the trap, which was good. And let's go ahead and
In radiance, may we find
use that torch
victory.
up. We'll see what's in here. Might be a fight. Yeah, it is. We need to kill these people immediately. We do have the ability to do so. Which of these two do we want to kill first? Probably this guy. We missed. We can use Harvest or we can use Dirk Stab. Do this. Bleed both of them. We can use If It Bleeds. Okay, that should put her to death, right? Yeah. And this guy technically is dead. Okay, he buffed her, but she's already dead, so that doesn't matter. Very nice.
Unforgiving.
We definitely want to heal up our Hellion as soon as we can. Now that this guy's in the third position, that he guarded him. That's trouble. That's a lot of trouble, actually. Let's go ahead and heal up our Hellion. He's going to use a heal spell, which is actually quite nice because we didn't want him. And we can use the area of effect damage to put some bleed on him and to attack him with even while he's guarded. We resisted the bleed, so that's very nice. And we can go ahead and attack this guy who is bleeding but not for enough. We're not bleeding for a lot on our Hellion though. But we got this guy down, so we're good. We want to heal up our Hellion. Please don't use a stress wave. Okay, that's actually fine-ish. We can go ahead and continue attacking this guy. He's now taking 2 damage per round, so he's dead in the long run. We can use a breakthrough here, though. Okay, good. Now we can heal you up. And this is actually one of the earlier rounds, so we can go ahead and just take our time killing this guy while healing our stress and such. Yes, he's going to bleed us, but we can heal ourselves up while slowly taking him down. Crit 12, very nice. And we can go ahead and do an inspiring tune on yourself so that you can reduce your stress. He's going to use Osteocysis, but we're going to dodge, very nice. And we can use this on you. Crit for 11, very nice. I might have wanted to stun him, but oh well, it's too late. 5 health heal. We have 11 and 20. Let me use the stun on you now. We did stun him. Very nice. So we can go ahead and continue healing up our stress. He only has 3 health left, so a single hit will actually probably kill him. So let's go ahead and do that. We can use an inspiring tune on ourselves again. We can move ourselves up, and we can heal you. Oh, nice. That's exactly what I was looking for. Okay, now we can crush you. So we're going to
Brought low and driven into the mud.
We're going to go ahead and camp probably. Let's take a look at the scout. There's a fight in the hallway, but there's nothing in the room there. And our goal here is to explore 90% of rooms, so we probably should actually go like this. So I think what I'll do is... Oh... Right, we're still in trouble because of the food. Let me go ahead and take this. Yeah, we're in a lot of trouble actually because of the food, to the point where we might not even want to camp. Camping is actually quite dangerous in our current situation because it uses up food, which is like a precious resource. So I'm thinking, let's take a look at what's in this chest. And we got it. Let's go this way. We will use the shovel in going this way, but we have two, so we still have one more even if something happens. So let's go and continue walking this way. We will not find anything of note. I don't know. I don't think this will work, but you know. A torch? No. Let's just try it. That's something bad, isn't it? That's not too bad. So we've now discovered this room. Hopefully the hallway battle over there is not too bad. If it's not too bad, then we should be able to pretty easily get to a good point where we can just camp and not have to worry about stuff. And we can skip these two rooms then, because we've done this. Let's take a look in this loot pack. We'll take it. We don't need this. We can go ahead and light the torches up so that we won't get surprised, hopefully. And they got surprised, very nice. We want to kill this one as soon as possible, so... you know, no, we want to heal this guy up first. Buff up everyone with some extra accuracy. Do 7 damage, and hopefully our Hellion can do as much. Very nice. They're going to debuff us a little. We're going to dodge though, very nice. And they're going to attempt again, and this time we won't dodge, but that's not too bad of a debuff. However, he did get a disease, vertigo. So we've been diseased, I think twice in this run. You know, we have scurvy and we have vertigo. So we'll heal those up when we get back to the town.
Time to perform beyond 1 minute.
As you can see, I'm trying to bleed them, but it's not really working out. They have high resistances. Oh no, they don't. They only have 40%. What the heck? But these guys have a lot of protection, so it's really hard to do a lot of damage to them, unless you just use bleeds or blights. However, we keep dodging them, which is very nice. Come on, do a bleed. That's what I like to see. 12 crit on the Jester. Not that that was needed, but... one health left, really? We dodged though, so nice. And this guy's already dead. And we finally got him. Very good.
Success so clearly in view.
We did get some more
Or is
food,
it
so that's
merely
good.
a trick of the light?
It's still not enough food to... Alright, let's just use this. Buff ourselves up for 3 rounds with some resistances. And we'll continue moving forward. So... yeah, I'm a little scared to camp just because we're sort of out of food. Like, unless we can get more food... if we can get 8 food, then I'll camp. Because that means that we can use 4 during the camp, and then use 4 if we get another hunger proc. We did get another hunger proc. And it was before we even had the opportunity to camp too, so... this one? This was the holy water one, right? So we just got rid of the holy water, so we can't really do anything there. So we cannot camp currently. I think with 2 food we can technically camp and like we don't regain anything. Like we don't regain any health, and we also don't lose anything like as a penalty. So maybe we should instead do that. I mean, oh, nice. And we got a shovel here, so we grab the shovel. We don't have to worry about that. We'll camp after this room, whether there's a fight or not. There is a fight. We're out of torches? Yeah, we're out of torches. Let's go ahead and just use judgment on this one. We crit, so that's nice. Hopefully we can... I was going to say, hopefully we can hurry up and kill her before she attacks, but she wouldn't have been attacked anyway, unfortunately. This guy is aiming for the Hellion, who happens to be in the back. But we got the stress one down, so now we can focus on getting ourselves healed up, maybe? Or maybe we can just try to hurry through this fight and... Oh my goodness! What a hit! Absolutely destroyed! A single shot. And we've resisted the bleed as well, so that's very nice. Use a breakthrough here to move you up. It does debuff you with less damage and less speed and less dodge and less everything. What? That's not that bad. He's gonna use another attack on us and try to bleed us. We're gonna crush him again. And we're gonna try to finish this guy off before he can hit us. So very nice. You can heal him up. You can miss. He's gonna try to hit us again, and he does. However, we resisted the bleed and the debuff, and we can hit him for 9 damage. 10 crit on the heal, very nice. And that's it for that fight.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Alright, what we're gonna do is we're gonna use the camp. We're going to
in the dark.
take
The battle may
this.
yet be won.
We're going to use up our food. We're going to take this as well. We're going to take a look at what skills we have. So we're definitely going to use Sanctuary. We could reduce some stress. We could do a party buff. We could do an individual buff. Let's do the party buff. We could do a mockery. Oh, we could do this. Alright, I think that was good. Is there anything else that we can do? No. Let's take a rest. I don't think there will be another fight, but it's very possible. But we're in a good position, so even if there is another fight, I think the only thing that could go wrong is if we get a hunger proc in the single... Okay, there is no fight in this room, but there is a hallway battle. So, unless there's a hunger proc, we're not gonna bother with this. Ooh, there we go. Okay, and it's this fight again. This one isn't too bad if we can get this guy down real quick.
A decisive pummeling.
A decisive pummeling. And he's down. Very good. We're gonna use a harvest, try to get them to bleed again. No Jace. We're gonna use some retribution, mark ourselves first, and they're going to use some brine and we're going to riposte on them. We're going to use some brine as well, but we're going to dodge them. We got one down. And let's see if our Hellion... Oh wait, no, we don't have anyone left to attack. Our Jester dodged, very nice. And we got him down. Alright, awesome.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
And we just got this one last room to do. And it's an empty room. So, that should be it, right? Yes. That's it. Alright, let's go. So that was a long battle. It started off looking very bad, to be honest. From the very beginning of the battle, I was like, oh no, they're stressing us out, we're close to getting stressed out. But with the Jester's ability to reduce the stress, we were able to sort of prolong some battles, get the stress low enough to a point where we didn't have to worry about it too much, and heal ourselves up at the same time while dealing with the damage that we were taking. And as a result, we were able to get a lot of gold, a lot of heirlooms. Very nice battle all around. Let's take a look at what happened. So we each got... Oh man. Those are some bad quirks. So I'm gonna have to get rid of this and this, probably, in the sanitarium. And then get rid of some diseases as well.
There is a great horror
So we had
beneath the manor.
some people
A
with
crawling
stress
chaos
recovery,
that must be destroyed.
treatment. So let's take a look at you. You are the one who's going to go into the disease treatment for scurvy. You don't have anything that you need. However, you need to get rid of obsessed with killing right now. I know you have a disease, but this is more important. And you need to get rid of this right now. As far as stress goes, nobody's really too crazily stressed out, so we don't really need to worry about that. We can probably even upgrade some combat skills in a second. Let's take a look though and see if we can upgrade anything. Let's take a look at the stagecoach. We need 16 deeds to upgrade our roster size. We have an antiquarian here, which, as I said, their skills are just not great. I mean, look at this. So we have like a blight skill for 1 point for 3 rounds. It's on 1 person, and then it debuffs them with blight, with less blight resist. So it's like, it's a blight, it does like barely any blight, but then it resists their resistance. So yeah, I guess that's good if you have like other characters that have blight skills, but it's like a blight skill that does like no damage on itself. We have like flash powder here. It just gives the target less accuracy, which it's one target. You can hit anyone, but really all it does is just make them less accurate, which is good, but like, if that's all it does, it's just not really worth much. We have Fortifying Vapors, which just buffs people with bleed and blight resist, and heals them for 1, which once again is like not really that good. It's just not really doing anything. It's giving people a little bit of bleed and blight resist, but it doesn't really do anything else. All it does is just a little bit of bleed and blight resist, and that's literally it. And then we have Protect Me. It marks one of your allies and forces them to guard you. So it's basically the opposite of what those Osteocestus dudes do. Instead of guarding, it's like having someone else guard you. So, you know, it buffs the target up with some protection and dodge, and it stops everyone from attacking the antiquarian. But, you know, once again, I mean, it's not that great. Really, all that does is basically stop people from attacking this character, when this character can't really do anything in the first place. +3 dodge. okay, but like to waste an entire turn on +3 dodge. And then here we have get down. So we have the back 2. Buff self, +15 dodge and +1 speed. Oh, it moves them back 2 ranks. And then it gives them extra dodge and speed and blight skill chance. So, you know, you can improve your blight skill chance and then use some blight, but it doesn't really do much blight. And you can improve your dodge and speed, so, you know, things can't kill this. But, like, it doesn't... it's like, everything that it can do is like, oh, other things can't kill this character. But this character can't kill other things either. So, like... And then we have a melee attack called Nervous Stab, and it does, like, barely any damage, basically. So... all this character does is buff itself, basically. It can buff other people, but by very small amounts, and it can do damage, but only by very small amounts, and then it has, like, good trinkets and stuff for it, but it's just not good. It's not worth anything. However, I am interested in increasing the roster size, so I am going to go ahead and trade, I guess, some busts for some... let's trade some posters for some of these, and we will increase our roster size to 20. So now that when we get some more characters that I am interested in, we will be able to put them on the roster. As far as blacksmith goes, let's take a look. We don't have like anywhere close to enough deeds and stuff to be able to do that. What about the guild? This requires posters. We can do training regimen, which reduces the cost. And then we could do this one if we trade some busts for some crests. 6. Yes, we'll do that.
A strict regimen is paramount.
So that means we pay less for the upgrades here. So we can go ahead and form our next party for the next round. We have unlocked the boss battle for both now the Cove and the Ruins. Very nice. And we still only have 3 level 2 characters, so we're still focusing on getting all of our characters up to level 2. So we probably want to just do maybe this one. Let's see. Plus 20% move chance, minus 20% debuff resist. That's not too bad. It is a medium mission, so we can go ahead and do this one next time. Or we could do this one. What is this? Bounty Hunter's Helmet. Plus 20% stress heal received while camping. Plus 10% scouting chance. Ooh, I like the plus 10% scouting chance. What does our Bounty Hunter look like for the trinkets? Bounty Hunter, where are you? Here you are. You do have 2 trinkets. But one of them is just like some move skill chances. And, you know, while that's great and all, you only really have 1 move skill. I guess technically you have 3 move skills, but all of these I don't really do for the move. Like, I do this one for the stun, I do this one for the stun, and I do this one for the mark and for the move. This one is more for the move. But I would be willing to give this up for this one. Now, the goal is to activate 3 corrupted altars. So the unholy cleanse these altars. So what that means is we're going to start off with 3 bottles in our inventory that we have to find these altars and cleanse them. But as we find these altars, we are going to use up the bottle. So we'll start off with a little less inventory space, but as we progress through the mission, we will get that inventory space back. So that's fine. Now, I definitely want to have some healers in this party, and you know what? Just looking at it, let's have a party something like this. We have 2 healers. What should we have as our front linesman? Maybe the Crusader? Yes. And for our second linesman, maybe Dismas? No, we don't want... Actually, wait a minute. We don't want to use our level 2 people, so... Do we have our other Vestal, or no? No, we do not. That's fine. We can have the Occultist as our healer, and we can have you as sort of a healer boosting. A healing booster. And then we can have the Crusader up front, and then we can have our Bounty Hunter right here. So that can be a good party for the next episode. Now, before we actually do anything with this party, let's take a look at their skills. So is there any skills that I particularly want? I could certainly use Mark for Death, which is not a bad skill to have. Finish him could also be very useful. But that's damage against stunned, so I either should get Mark for Death or finish him. One or the other. I shouldn't get both. How many marks do we have in this party? We have you can mark, we have you cannot, we have you can mark, right? Because you have the, yes. So we have a lot of people who can mark. So I think we'll go ahead and get to finish him. And we will get rid of Come Hither. And we will go boom, 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 and boom. For you, I think we'll just upgrade what we have, right? Vulnerability Hex. Weakening Curse. Maybe we could trade off the Weakening Curse for something else. Abyssal Artillery. Or maybe Hands from the Abyss with a stun. That combined with the finish him. We'll do the Abyssal Artillery. So let's go ahead and take this one off and put this one on. And we'll take this one off and put this one on. And we'll take a look at this one. So we've apparently unlocked every single one of these skills. So I think we want definitely Sniper Shot. We want Sniper's Mark. We want Blind Fire, and we want Battlefield Heal. So I think that's the ones that we already have equipped. So we've got all those upgraded. And we have a Crusader. So I think his current skills are actually pretty good. Yeah, I like Holy Lance as well, but since he's a front linesman, you know, it's nice to have Holy Lance when they get, you know, moved to the back on accident, but otherwise it doesn't really matter. So we've got our skills all upgraded. Let's take a look and see if we can get any blacksmith upgrades. We can. We've got you already upgraded. You? Now, this leaves us with very little gold, actually, which makes me reconsider doing a medium mission, because we spent a lot of gold just now. So maybe instead we should do this one, and maybe sell the trinket, because our Grave Rover already has, or maybe even this one. Oh, you know what? Let's do this one. Short mission. Let's see what we need to provide. Oh, you know what? Let's just do a dark mission. Alright, so it seems like for this next mission, we're going to be going a little underprepared. We have food, we have shovels, we have some various items to use, but it is a short mission one. We do have a healer too, and we do have a very strong party that has upgraded equipment and levels, so we should be fine. Famous last words, right? We should be fine. Anyways, this has been Dubs the Duke. I will see you in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.